Welcome to The Pond, a space to slow down, grab a cup of chai, and let's settle into this digital sanctuary. I'm your host, Lotus Child, and today let's talk about what's blooming. Our guest today is a guitarist, singer songwriter whose career has continually evolved. Many first came to know her as the lead guitarist of General Luna, one of the country's most iconic all female rock bands that helped redefine women in the Philippine rock scene. Since then, she's carved out her own path as a solo artist, releasing music that reflects both her technical musicianship and her growth as a storyteller. Today, we're exploring what it means to begin again and how trusting your own voice can lead you exactly where you're meant to be. Please welcome Karen Tevani.
Miss Karen, kumusta mo kayo? Cheers po tayo dyan.
Ayan.
Welcome to the pond.
Yes, hello Tata and thanks for having me here.
So, wait lang. Inom muna tayo ng refreshments muna tayo.
Para lumabas yung totoo. Joke!
Para lumabas yung totoo.
The truth, ano pala to? Serum.
Truth serum. So, speaking of truth serum, kumusta? Kumusta today? How are you feeling? How was everything that happened in your day-to-day?
Everything's great. Ayan, syempre nag-alaga ng mga fur babies. And yeah, masaya naman yung araw. Every day.
Okay. So the reason why I brought you here today, Karen, is to really explore kung sino ka as an artist. Kasi for sure, you are someone who's highly, highly, highly respected in the
Wow.
music scene.
Thank you.
Yes, and I'm so honored to have you here today. My first question is, why the guitar?
The guitar. That's really an interesting story, I guess, for me. Because nung bata ako, I think I was in high school. Alam mo nun yung mga 90s, di ba, using bumubuo ng banda sa school. Tapos bihira yung all-female band. And then, my classmates, parang, they planned to form an all-female band. So, narinig ko yon. Medyo kasi loner ako nung high school eh. So, nung narinig ko yon, para sa akin, parang interesting magkaroon ng band. But I don't know any instruments yet. So, nung narinig ko yon, sabi ko, sali ako. So, tinanong ako nung parang, yung nag-invite kasing bumuo nun, magaling na siya mag-guitar that time. But, I'm not sure yung level na galing niya. Pero alam ko magaling siya kasi wala pa akong alam nun eh. So, sabi niya, marunong ka ba kumanta? Sabi ko, hindi masyado eh. Marunong ka ba mag-drums? Hindi din. Marunong ka ba mag-bass? Hindi din. How about guitar? Hindi. So, sali ka na lang pag magaling ka na mag-gitara.
Sinabi niya yun?
Sinabi niya yun. So, the moment that she told me that, so parang ako, okay. So, pag uwi ko ng house, so meron akong mga kakilalang kapitbahay na tumatambay-tambay, na nagigita-gitara lang sa labas ng bahay. So, kinausap ko siya. Hindi ko pinapansin yun. Tapos all of a sudden, binati ko siya. Sabi ko, Kuya, gusto kong gumaling mag-guitar. Turuan mo ako. Tinuruan na niya ako, mga basic. And then from then on, na in love na ako sa guitar.
Sino tong kuya? Ano kapitbahay?
Hindi ko na maalala siya. Basta kapitbahay ko siya na medyo older than me. Tapos sila yung mga, alam mo yung uso na nagigitara lang kayo mga magtutropa sa labas, nagiinuman. So, nilapitan ko talaga siya. Sabi ko, gusto ko magaling mag-gitara. Turuan mo. Tapos yung first song ko pang natutunan na naalala ko, Stairway to Heaven.
Okay. So, how was like music in your home while you were growing up?
But my parents are really into music. My mom especially, I think siguro sa side ng mom ko, sila yung mas music-oriented. Because my grandma's in the choir, tapos mommy ko nasa choir din. Because my mom's Indonesian, so I'm a half Indonesian. So, sa Indonesia, kumakanta-kanta sila. And then, ayun, so, pag mahilig makinig mom ko na maaba, lagi siya nagpapatugtog ng mga songs. Pero, nga, na parang naisip ko, hindi ako nahilig dun sa mga pinapakinggan niya. Kasi parang napunta ako sa underground music. Dun ako sa mas maingay, mas hard side, mas technical side. So, yun. So, iba yung pinapakinggan sa bahay. Which is, di ko gets bakit hindi ko rin nahawa yun. Para sigurong gusto ko maging astig nung bata ako.
So, nung nakikita na ng mom mo na may nagdadala ka ng gitara,
Oo, na nagtutug-tug-tug ako. So, parang kasi yung mom ko, originally, ang gusto niya sa akin maging commercial model, maging para beauty title holder, mga ganon. Alam mo na, di ba yung mga mom, gusto nila, kasi model yung mom ko before, so parang gusto niya maging, okay din naman sa akin, pero napunta talaga ako sa gusto ko, astig, gusto ko gumaling. Siguro na-challenge din ako dun sa sinabi ng classmate ko.
Nakasali ka naman doon sa banda ng...
Hindi, bumuo ko ng sarili ko.
Yun, that's what's up. Okay. So, you were influenced by someone in your classroom or someone in your grade. Tapos, bumuo ka na ng band mo. What was the genre ng band na yun?
Yung time na yon, kasi sa school ko, it's a Catholic school. So, medyo careful ang mga moves doon. So, hindi ka pwede masyadong maingay. So, yung mga tinutugtog namin is mga Garbage, mga Gwen, Stephanie. So, yun mga tinutugtog namin. And yun din kasi trip ng mga kabanda ko. So, okay lang naman.
And you were singing.
Yeah, I was singing and playing the guitar. Pero that time, it was more of rhythm. Rhythm lang muna.
What made you fell in love with that instrument? Why did that instrument parang, why parang mo dinala yun hanggang sa current state mo as Karen?
Siguro, I think the guitar is really a bold instrument. Very expressive. Well, I guess all instruments naman are expressive. But for me, nung nakikita ko siya nung bata ko, parang astig to Like, di ba sa iba drums, parang, pero sa akin, parang yung guitar, isa lang siya, pero sobrang astig niya, sobrang sharp with the shape itself, ang bold ng dating niya, tapos ang dami mong pwedeng gawin. So, I saw myself in the guitar. And then, di ba, iba-ibang shapes, iba-ibang sound. And then, kasi natutuwa ako kasi gumagamit ka ng effects. So, na-challenge ako sa maraming ginagawa.
Okay. Sino yung mga influences mo during that time when you were starting?
Gusto ko yung during that time.
Parang kasi ngayon
Totoo lang. During that time, Paul Gilbert, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, yan, sila Petrucci, ayan, yun yung mga Marcus Fogli, syempre yung Dream Theater was one of, and Mr. Big, of course, those are one of my, influences talaga.
Ano yung music source nun? Like, paano mo sila
Also,
nahanap?
I listen to Nightwish, ayan.
Okay.
Ayan.
Operatic ka, no?
Yes, parang, kasi mahilig din ako mag-imagine na nasa fantasy world ako, tapos may Vikings, mga gano'n.
Yung si Wato, tapos sa...
Isip ko.
14, 15-year-old ka.
Yun yung mga napakinggan ko.
Paano mo sila na-source? Saan mo sila na unang napakinggan?
Mahilig kasi ako tumambay noon. Nung medyo lumalaki na ako, tatambay ako sa Perfect Pitch. Di ba, before maraming branches yung Perfect Pitch. And then, bawat store, parang pwede ka kasi tumambay, tapos kuha ka ng guitar mo, mag-play ka, yun. So, meron akong tinatambayan sa Malate. Doon ko nakilala sila, yung ibang musicians ngayon, at sila Elsie De Leon, J.R. Oka, yun. Doon sila tumatambay din, tapos nagigitar, nagpapasikatan sila. In a nice way. Tapos nanonood-nood lang ako. Sabihin ko, turuan mo naman ako niyan, gano'n.
Anong naging, like, significant moment doon sa place na yon?
Yeah. I have this, I called him mentor. Up to now, si J.R. Oka, parang kinonvince niya ako na, why not try singing in front of the crowd? So, sabi ko, parang naiya ako. So, si Perfect Pitch kasi sa Robinson's Malate, meron siyang malaking window. The usual Perfect Pitch, may kita may mga instruments. Pero dun kasi sa Malate, pwede ka mag-setup ng amp, tapos mag-guitar ka dun. Then yung mga taong dumadaan, nanonood sa'yo. Sabi niya, try mo, kanta ka dyan. So, kaya ako Tapos sabi, sige, try mo lang. So, yun, nag-plug siya ng guitar, tugtog ako doon, nag-guitar. And then, nakita ko maraming tao. Tapos parang ako, ay, ang sarap palang pinapanood ka. Parang ganon.
Na-enjoy mo
Na-enjoy
yung
ko, yung moment.
Galing naman. So, you've told us yung mga influences mo. And then, what happened to that band na una mong binuo?
Yung unang binuo, syempre, high school band yon. So, obviously, nung nag-graduate kami, naghiwa-hiwalay kami. And then, nung nag-college ako, doon na ako nag-start magkaroon ng I can say official. Kasi yung college band ko sa school lang kami tumutugtog eh. So, yung nag-college ako, doon na ako nagkaroon ng official band na tumutugtog talaga sa bars, which is a metal band. I call it symphonic metal. Symphonic progressive metal band. Yung pa, kung ano-ano pa mga nilalagay kong words sa genre ko nun. So, yun yung Sanctus.
Sanctus, yung first na band mo
First
na...
band ko, oo.
Tapos, ikaw lang yung babae nun.
Yeah, ako lang yung babae nun.
And you are the vocalist din.
And then I do play the lead guitars na.
Oh my gosh, girl. So, high school pa lang to, no? Or college na?
First year of college na siya.
First year of college. So, yun pa lang, sumasampa ka na sa stage. Tell me what your first, gig was like.
First gig. Masaya kasi, I'm not sure, but it was an underground gig because we're a metal band. And that time, the underground scene was really hyped. Like, talagang kilala siya. Underground siya, pero maraming nakakaalam sa kanya. So, there's like Goddess of Metal, yung mga ganon, yung mga, meron pa nga Bitches and Whores, mga ganon, oo. So, parang a privilege na makasama ka sa mga prod na yon if you're in the metal scene. So, masaya yung first gig ko with the metal scene kasi everyone's really appreciative. And then, syempre, alam niyo lahat na meron lang kayong certain community. So, everyone's supporting each other. Kaya, sobrang welcoming ng first gig ko dun.
Okay, so nung pumasok ka na sa scene na yon, nagte-technical guitar kina mo siya. I don't know.
Yeah, oo. Ay, tapos, on the side, meron akong show band na all-girl. Parang, pinag-audition ako dahil may parang show band na all-girl. So, Adam's Rib yung name yun. So, pagka, yun yung working band ko, tapos meron ako yung Sanctus.
College to?
Oo, college to.
Ang gusto mo naman ng college.
Oo. Nag-imbisi na ako nun sa music talaga.
Tapos, you were also studying.
Oo, studying pa.
What course?
Mass com, major in broadcasting.
Oh my gosh. Tapos pinagsasabay-sabay mo silang lahat. Eh, di yan yung sinasabi ng mga kaklase mo, oy, meron tayong klaseng rockstar dito. Kasi,
Medyo, syempre, gusto ko yun. Syempre, ikaw na rockstar dito, gano'n, musician. Pero syempre, hindi naman, kumbaga, iba yung crowd nun, iba yung scene.
so, when did music become part of your identity na when you were in that stage? Kasi, for some, yung iba gusto nila magbanda lang. Tapos, after nun, they treat it as a hobby. Babalik sila sa real course nila. Sa'yo, why did it, stick? Or what was there a significant moment when that happened na ito na talaga gusto ko?
Yung nag-start talaga akong mag-guitar, isip ko talagang, ito na yung gagawin ko, magtatrabaho ako para may pang-music ako. Yun talaga inisip ko, parang gagawin ko lahat ng racket para meron akong pang-recording ko, daratingan tayo may pambili ako ng gear ko, ganun.
So, ano nangyari sa Sanctus? Where did it parang take you?
So, during kasi Sanctus, medyo purist pa ako. Syempre, bata ako pa, parang kung ano lang yung gusto mo. And then, I had this one band na binuo lang for this competition for Yamaha Music. Parang Asian Beat. So, binuo lang siya, nagbuo lang kami. Parang na-meet ko tong mga members. Actually, the bassist was from Hale, si Sheldon. Naging bassist ko siya doon. And then, the name of the band was Sai. So, binuo namin, tapos nanalo kami dito, tapos we played sa Singapore. Yun.
Wow!
Pero, pagbalik, parang, yung mga kabanda ko, sila Sheldon, sila Ian, parang they decided na they wanted to push this band mainstream. But again, at that time, medyo purist ako. So parang sabi ko, hindi, may Sanctus ako, gusto ko underground lang ako. Alam mo yung ganong thinking. Siyempre,
May ganun talaga before.
oo, may ganon akong face eh. So sabi ko, ayoko mag-mainstream. Parang, hindi ko feel. So, syempre, sila, gusto nila yon. So, hindi na kami nagkaroon ng parehong direction. So, naghiwalay kami.
Okay, tapos tinuloy mo na si
Sanctus
Sanctus.
pa rin, oo.
Okay.
Andun pa rin ako.
So, kumusta na siya? After nung sa...
Okay naman, we played, halos lahat ng mga underground scenes, nandun kami, nagka-name yung Sanctus. We played along the bands na mga talagang inspiration ko, like Eternal Now, mga Fusebox. So, sila yung mga talaga nililook up to ko that time. And then, there came the Red Horse Music Laban, where I met Nicole sa Crow Jane.
Okay.
Tapos, doon na nagkaroon ng idea na bumuo tayo ng General Luna. But before that pa pala, nagkaroon ako ng band with Bea.
Okay, before pa.
Before pa kasi parang si Cherry, ngayon si Cherry Simangan, bumuo siya ng band with me, Wena. Wena is our bassist that time. Siya ngayon sa Invictus ba yun? Parang international band na metal, nagtutour na sila. And then Bea and then Abby ng Fusebox. So para siyang pop punk na band. Doon ko nakilala si Bea.
Guys, what we're talking about now is the lore of
Yeah.
General Luna, guys. Oo. So, banda kay Santos and then Crown Jane.
Hindi, na-meet ko muna si Bea dun sa pop, ano nga ba ng band namin? Nalimutan ko na rin. Nasa pop-punk na band where Bea was there. And then, Music Laban. Tapos, nagkaroon na ng mga connection na, kasi si Music Laban, naglaban kami ni Nicole doon with her band, Crow Jane. Tapos, yung pala, Small World, magkakilala na sila ni Bea.
Tapos sila Bea, sumali din sila dun as another band.
No. Kami lang ni Nicole. Doon ako na-meet ni Nicole. So, parang sabi niya, astig to parang.
How did it come together?
Nicole was also a friend of Audrey. And then, ayun, na-meet na nila si Alex, then si Bea, then sabi, tara, let's meet up. The bandmates of Nicole parang encourage her na, gawa kayo ng band, tuloy niyo yan. So, then yun, nagka-chat, nagka-invite, tapos nag-jam kami.
What was the first jam like?
Oh, it was really great. Kasi, syempre, first time, parang na-meet nyo lahat, bago. Although Bea was not my first time to meet that time. Pero, bata pa siya noon. I remember, she was 19. Tapos,
Grabe
yun.
naman Bea. Aga nagsimula, no?
Galing na siya na. Tapos, yun, nag-jam kami. And then, syempre, uy, astig, tara, tuloy natin to. So, at first, it was really all about fun and music. Wala talagang plan on being serious. Parang jam-jam lang, ganun.
So, why did it become so serious?
Parang gines kami sa isang prod sa Sagiho, and then Monty saw us perform. Tapos, yun, parang kinuwento ni Monty sa Warner na, I saw this band, ganun. And then, interested sila sa amin. So, parang, yun, Nicole said, parang, do you guys want it? And syempre kami parang excited. Okay, sige, why not try it? But first, medyo nag-iisip pa ako kasi nga, ayoko nga ng mainstream, di ba? Kaya ako nasa underground. Pero naisip ko, maybe it's time, maybe it's worth a try. Kasi, the time yung band kong Sanctus was just in the underground scene. So, parang isip ko, baka okay din na makilala siya, pero, I have to do something else. So, yun.
So, nagkakasabay pala sila, si General Luna
And
si
Sanctus,
at the
yeah.
same time. Okay. So, how was like the journey being inside General Luna? For sure, iba talaga yung... never ako naka-experience ng babaeng kabanda. So, how was it like all-female energy kayo in that group?
Masaya naman talaga kasi pareho kayo ng gusto and you enjoy doing things together. Tapos, syempre lahat kayo parang iba-iba rin yung traits and personalities nyo eh. So, nakikilala nyo isa't isa. And then, syempre, during the time of General Luna, may mga tours, offer, tapos back and forth sa mga international gigs.
Wow!
Diba? Kasi parang friends kayo, tapos magkakasama. But syempre, it's not all happy and smiles, diba? Parang may challenges din, especially when you're all girls. Kasi iba yun eh. Iba yung mentality ng mga babae. May times pag may period, diba? Nag-iiba ka, nagiging monster ka. And that time, syempre lahat bata pa. Maybe not bata in the age, but at least parang yung maturity hindi pa ganun. So may mga challenges, pero masaya yung journey. It's one of the best, but I can say it's one of the best moments in my life being part of General Luna.
So sweet. Could you tell us like an unforgettable gig na you had with General Luna?
Lahat na international gigs because all of them was my first eh. Like, na-invite kami sa Dubai, tapos sa, Qatar, and then Malaysia. Maraming gigs na, na unforgettable eh. Pero yung mga international, kasi lumilipad kayo, tapos nag-check-in kayo sa hotel, tapos magkakasama kayo matulog, tapos mamasyal kayo. Parang, yung iniisip mo, di ba, friends na lagi kayo magkasama, gano'n.
What advice can you give to people who want to start their own band na nagsisimula pa lang, like in a mindset na meron ka nun?
Ah, siguro my advice would be to just relax. Enjoy the journey. Kasi, di ba, mostly, napapansin ko ngayon with the young people that I talk to, pag bumubuo ng band, meron na agad silang plano na, oh, ito yung content natin, ito yung recording natin, ito yung songs na gagawin natin, lapit tayo sa ganitong label. Which is fine, no? Maganda yung may direction ka and may plan ka. But at the same time, enjoy the journey. Kasi pag masyado ka na nag-focus sa business side, tapos hindi nangyari, either ma-frustrate ka, or especially pag na-reject ka, kasi syempre, yung mga ganun challenges, di mo maiwasan, di ba? So, kailangan relax ka lang. If it happens, it happens. Kung para sa'yo, para sa'yo. Yun yun.
So now na nagsisolo ka na, tell us about that journey. So how did it come to General Luna to now Karen Tevany?
So, syempre, we've been in the band 5 years because that's our contract with Warner. And then, along the way, syempre, habang tumatanda tayo, I mean, things happen. Then, you know, nanganak si Bea, so Pat Sarabia needs to do the session work. And then, Nicole also has plans. And then, parang naisip ko rin, parang gusto ko rin bumalik kasi I wasn't performing that much with Sanctus. But I kind of thought of doing a different band where there's paano ba sabihin, I can cross between pop and rock na nandun pa rin yung technicalities. So, naisip ko na yon. So, ginawa ko na siya actually while General Luna, pero naisip ko na siyang i-focus. So, nagkasabay-sabay lang, I think, yung mga bagay. And then, yun, Nicole slowly decided to do her own thing then. And then, ako din. So, yun yung naging decision ng band na medyo pahinga muna.
So paano yun like from Warner artist to you as Karen Tevany? How was that journey na kasi for sure sa General Luna ang daming suporta like full
Yes,
team
definitely.
kayo.
Oo.
Tapos now kailangan mong magtayo as your own musician or whatever, own artistry. Kamusta yun?
That's really hard. It's hard when, I can say on top, pero siguro at some point, we were there. Because we have guestings, we were earning okay with music. Because I wasn't even working that time. May mga part-time lang ako, pero focus ko talaga is General Luna because we do touring and then we have a lot of commitments. But then, ayun nga, parang after nun, para kang bigla kang nahulog. Which is really a struggle for me. Pero syempre, during the time that I was having the decision to go on my own, expected ko na yon na I'll be starting from zero kasi ayoko rin naman gamitin yung parang beneficial aspect behind the name na General Luna. Maganda rin naman if, di ba yung parang ginawa mo your own name.
Yeah.
Pero syempre, hindi na matatanggal yung historical, alam mo na yun, information ko being part of General Luna. Pero, sobrang struggle. Kasi, syempre, yung time na nandun ka sa General Luna, some people love you, they like you, di ba? Parang, oh, sige, so ikaw, Karen. After nun, dun mo na matetest kung sino talaga yung mga supporters mo.
How was that journey? Like, paano mo siya na-test? How was going through it?
Sobrang struggle kasi like, when I had my first single, syempre, I had to record on my own. So, I had to finance my own production, producer, recording, and then, wala naman akong backer. Like, I know someone from Warner because they're the ones who manage us. Pero that time kasi nawala yung Warner. Tapos, syempre, business-wise, hindi naman porket kakilala mo, pag luwapit ka, game na. Syempre, they will also check your music, your skills, kung pasok ba to sa taste nila, yung song mo, and all. So, medyo hindi ganun kalakas yung sabihin na natin kapit ko. Ganun. And then, I don't have, like, wala rin akong masyadong close sa media that time. I know them because we guest. Pero I just know them or acquaintances, pero hindi talaga close na ko. So, talagang I do approach people like, uy, baka pwede naman yung song ko, baka pwede mo akong i-manage, baka pwede. Up to now, I'm still doing it. Pero yun yung struggle doon. Like, I do approach people. Minsan nahihiya ako, pero sabi nga nila parang, di ba, there's nothing wrong in trying.
There's nothing wrong in
Oh.
trying. So, Karen Tiffany, is that your real name? Is that your real last name?
No, my last name is, syempre, I got married
Oh.
now. Pero, Tiffany was my second name.
As in, like, your second name,
Yung
yun yung
second name.
pinangalanan ng
Ah,
mom
ah,
mo sa
ah,
second.
ah.
Wow. Okay, saan galing yung Tiffany?
Hindi ko alam, pero sabi niya, parang, kasi 'di ba, mom ko Indonesian. Sa Indonesia kasi parang yung mga lahi mix-mix na. So parang, sabi do kasi ng lolo ko, dahil Dutch yung lolo ko, so parang yung Tiffany parang Dutch, gano'n. So may mga ganun ng kwento, pero hindi masyadong clear sa akin. Pero yun lang yung naalala ko. Kaya Karen Tiffany. Iba, dapat ano siya Karen.
Karen.
Kasi si, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo. Pero syempre, Tagalog, nasanay na yung tao, Karen.
Did you still remember writing your first song na ikaw lang?
Oo, actually, yung Sanctus pa lang, ako lang talaga nagsusulat nun. From lyrics to guitar riffs, yan.
So from like General Luna working with the band to Karen
Karen
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
So how was that process like? Ano yung naging inspiration mo in writing songs during that time?
Well, one of my inspirations would be my personal experiences. And then another would be my imagination! Siyempre, pag Sanctus, more of imagination. Kasi parang iniisip ko lagi, the time parang nandun ako sa era na, kunyari, princess ako, sinisave ako ng prince, ganon. Kaya, medyo parang castle-castle yung mga songs. Ganon. And then, sa Karen Tiffany, more of, syempre, reality, personal experiences. Yan, yung inspiration ko dun.
Can you tell us more about your songwriting process? Like, okay, you're having a bad day. Tapos isusulat, ikaw ba yung tipong taong isusulat mo kagad? May nagkwento ba sa'yo? Paano yung parang, saan ka humuhugot sa personal experiences mo when it's positive, when it's negative?
Medyo madamdamin akong tao. Medyo emotional talaga ako. So, hindi lang personal. Halimbawa, umalis tayo. Lumabas tayo. Tapos may nakita akong taong kawawa. And then, nagkwento siya sa akin ng story niya. So, na-attach na ako dun. So, pag uwi ko, parang naisip ko, o nga, may mga taong ganito. So, nag-internalize ako. Tapos, from there, nagsusulat ako.
And then, paano naman yung chord pattern mo noon? Malungkot to. Lalagyan ko ng malungkot na...
Ay, depende. Kasi minsan may mga favorite riffs akong nagagawa. So, parang, parang pwede naman, bagay naman to, ganun. That's working without a producer. So, parang ako lang yung nag-iisip. Kasi nagbago rin yung style ko nung natuto akong kumuha ng producer
So, right now, like, ano yung mga influences mo musically?
Mga artists, yeah. Right now, I listen to, syempre, Bring Me the Horizon, Polifia, yeah, sila Mateo Sasato, and then, madami na kasi mga new guitar players ngayon na lumalabas, tsaka mga bands. But I also listen to Taylor Swift, yun.
Mga pop din.
Oo, tsaka kay Gracie Abrams. Yan, Gracie Abrams.
How is practice like? Now, hanggang, di ba kasi dati nagka-practice ka naman, nung bata ka,
Oo.
nagka-practice ka. Ngayon, paano yung like practice mo?
Mas nabawasan. Siyempre, pag nagmamature ka, mas dumadami yung responsibility mo. Tapos, siyempre, nagka-family ka. And then, nagkaroon ako ng maraming pets. So, tapos, siyempre, bukod sa, before kasi I just focus on guitar playing. So, pinapractice ko lang talaga guitar. Right now, syempre kumakanta ako, tapos on a more serious level, yung mga songs ko, medyo vocally, vocal oriented na siya. Dito lang dati, riff-based talaga. So, parang, I start doing voice lessons, yun. So, mas yung practice ko sa bosses. I do practice guitar, but not as much as when I was young. Kasi, yun, talagang,
Ano ba yung practice mo nung
oo, araw-araw yun. Tapos, speed, kasi pinapanindigan ko yung pagiging shredder gano'n. Speed, and then, technicality, lahat ng modes, lahat ng mga, tawag dito, ng mga notes, mga runs, gano'n.
Mga scales mo
Mga
kailangan.
scales, oo. Tapos kung ano-ano pa mga exotic skills ang, alam mo, yung pinapractice ko, niyayabang ko pa yun pag nagkiklinik-klinik.
What like the one thing fame has taught you being an artist?
Ah, okay. I think one thing na natutunan ko when it was the peak of General Luna uh, is to still stay true to your craft. Kahit, kasi I still remember when we were doing recordings. Tapos may guitar solo part. Kahit sabihin sa akin ng producer, kasi ang nagpo-produce ng mga tracks namin yan sila, Pakoy ng Typecast, tapos si Francis Bru, Don. So, minsan kating-kate ko gumawa ng runs. Eh, syempre, as a producer, parang sinisip niya kung ano yung bagay. Parang hindi na siya bagay sa song, ganyan. So, binabago ko. Pero, happy naman ako na kahit baguhin ko, pinapattern ko pa rin siya sa style ko. Bawas lang, pero style ko pa rin. And, pinapayagan naman yun ng producer. And, na-appreciate naman niya. So, what I'm trying to say is, kahit sabi mong ano pa yung narating mo, importante na hindi ka nawawala dun sa ginagawa mo. Kung ano ka talaga.
And right now, as your parang current artist state, sino si Karen?
Wow! Napawa.
Oh.
Literal, like in my
I
music.
mean, so, yeah, pwede music as an artist.
As an artist, I can say I really love rock. Yeah. I'm a rock artist. Kasi for a time, nagkaroon ako ng phase na gusto kong gumawa ng dance music.
Okay.
Kaya nga nagkaroon ako ng ayoko ng maulit pa na track. Tapos for a time, nagpakaano rin ako parang groove. So pag pinakinggan mo lahat ng mga songs ko, iba-iba yung mood. May digital, parang digital pop pa ako. So, pero ito, recently, I've been writing a lot of rock songs.
Anong mga rock songs yan? Bigyan mo naman kami ng ano.
Like, Pano, yung single ko na Pano, that was one of the first na parang, I think yun yung awakening ko na, ay, parang ito talaga ako eh.
Like, ano yung meron sa Pano na sobrang nagre-reflect na ikaw yun?
Yung riff niya, yung angst ng song, yung messaging niya, galit pero hindi ka galit na galit, pero sinasabi mo lang yung emotions mo, pero wala kang revenge aspect. You just want to express your feelings. Yan.
Oh, she an artist. Ano yung favorite song na nasulat mo?
I think yun, Pano.
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 Could you tell us, top 3 na lang, top 3, 2 more.
Two more. Pano. Tapos siguro bago ako magkaroon ng mga pop-pop, yung Serendipity. Yun yung medyo last of the progressive rock na nagawa ko. And then, paano? And then yung isang love song ko na first time kong gawin, yung paulit-ulit.
Why are they your favorite songs?
Because I think they reflect on my personalities.
Guys, all love sa mga sa kanila, guys. So,
Yan.
paano yung personalities na yon? Sino ikaw sa mga person?
Yung merong personality na maangas, meron yung parang confused kasi progressive. So, ang dami mga time changes and then dami kong gustong gawin sa kanta na tumagal na 7 minutes. Mga ganun. And then yung love song is my more, more emotional Karen. Parang in love Karen.
Sa pagiging maangas, sino yung nagiging, like, kanina mo pa kasi siya binabanggit eh. So, parang sino yung naging idol mong babae na?
Well, una, si Hailstorm. I'm not sure if you know the band. Diba? Grabe yun. Oo, grabe. Tapos yung angas niya, parang siyang lalaki na kahit, diba meron siyang version ng New York? Oo. Pakinggan mo, sobrang angas. Pop, naging maangas. So, siya isa. And then, sino pa ba? Si Paramore. Si Hailey. Yan.
Siyempre, yan, idol yan,
Oo
growing
naman.
up.
Oo.
Na-discover ko pa sila sa Pure Volume nung grade 5 ako. Pero yung kapatid ko na yung nagpa-play noon. So,
mas bata.
Mas matanda sa akin, oo. Tapos dapat magiging vocal siya sa isang banda. Tapos parang napakawin, ang ganda nito Gusto ko din.
Diba? Ang angas niya. Simple lang siya. And then Amy Lee. Evanescence, yeah.
She's also favorite naman siya ng isa ko pang kapatid. Nalala ko yung Tourniquet.
Matanda rin.
Oo, mas
Bakit
matanda.
puro matanda?
Bunso lang,
Yung mga
bunso.
gusto ko, puro sa mga
Ay, hindi, mga gusto ko din yun. Oo. Okay, so going back to your personal music, um, you are bandmates with your significant other, is that
Yes.
right? So, kumusta naman ang pagiging, kabanda mo yung asawa mo?
Masaya, tapos at the same time, nakakainis. Hindi, kasi 'di ba parang, syempre you're both comfortable with each other. So, pag may nakita siyang mali sa'yo at nakikita ka mali sa kanya, wala kayong preno. Anong tawag dito, sensor sa mga sasabihin niya, 'di ba? Parang, ano ba yan, babe? Ang sintonado mo doon? Or, hindi ka na naman nag-practice ng guitar. Mag-practice ka, yung gano'n. Hindi ka na nagpa-practice, mali-mali mga solo mo. So, ganun kami. Syempre, nakakainis pag nagaganunan na. Pero masaya kasi at least at least honest kayo sa hindi kayo nagbubulahan. So, mas na-improve mo yung sarili mo.
Oh, that's so nice. Paano kayo nag-decide na, okay, I'm gonna play for you?
Kasi nung naging kami na, tapos medyo matagal na kami, sabi ko, nako, ang hirap magkaroon ng kabanda, ikaw na lang para sure hindi ka aalis.
Oo nga pala,
Diba?
like, nung solo ka, paano mo binubuo yung band mo?
Puro mahirap. Ayan ang pinakamahirap na part. Kasi, syempre, in reality, pag may family na yung kabanda mo, syempre, yung time, 'di ba? So, yung iba, yung nagiging reason na di ko na kaya ng time ko, especially pag may mga afternoon gigs, lalo pag mga guesting, si TV hapon yun. May work, yun yung mga. So, lagi ako nagpapalit-palit. So, kaya ako nag-Karen Teveni nila para madali. I mean, kung hindi pwede magpa-session. Pero so far, I'm grateful na yung mga kabanda ko ngayon solid sila. Na bihira lang ako magpa-session na sila talaga. Kasi sabi ko nun, basta mahanap ko yung mga kabanda ko, I don't care kung magaling sila or hindi. Importante naniniwala sila naniniwala sila sa goal ko, sa music ko. Yan.
Ano yung goal mo nung nasa General Luna ka versus yung goal mo right now kay Karen Teveni?
Syempre sa General Luna, yung goal ko, kailangan mag-adjust sa goal ng lahat. 'Di ba? Kasi especially with the management, may goal, sila talaga yung susundan mong goal. Kasi sila yung magde-decide for you and then kayo, you'll compromise kung, oh sige, okay game kami pero ganito. So, yung goal nun very professional. Parang, mag-release tayo ng album and then magigig tayo sa ganito tapos in ganito mag-release tayo ng whatever, no? Medyo may time pressure. So, yung goal nun, medyo professional. Eto kasi, syempre, yung goal, wala kayong management, kayo lang. So, masaya yung pinaplano nyo all together without the business side. Tapos, ang gusto nyo lang is ma-share yung music nyo, di ba? Makagig kayo together.
Siguro para sa kamulatan ko din, what do you mean by the business side when it comes to management?
Syempre, business side, when it comes to management, is yung timeline na kailangan habulin. So, you can promote the songs, then you have to write another song. Like, in a year, kailangan may ma-release kayong ganitong songs or release tayo ng album. And then, once the album is released, how do we promote it? So, magkakaroon kayo ng mga single launch, which I think all bands do. Pero, ang difference lang with management is you get to do that in a bigger place with more na sikat na bands to guest, mga ganon. So, yun yung professional side. Kasi syempre, kailangan, pag nag-invest sila sa'yo, mag-release ka ng songs, meron din pumasok na pera. So, may mga kumukuha sa inyo, mga corporate or mga international gigs, ganon.
Tapos yung goal mo ngayon na...
Chill lang. Kasi syempre, wala naman kami hinahabol na pera. Although, it would be really good kung magkaroon kami ng gig na with a good, paying talent fee, di ba? Pero, hindi naman kami after na doon. We're after on, having a hit song, which is, of course, our goal. Pero yung hit song because we wanted to share our songs and gig together. So, mas personal.
Okay, let's go to that personal touch point. What is like pinnacle Karen Devaney? Like if money wasn't a problem, if ending wasn't a problem, ano yung nakikita mo for Karen, music wise?
If ever
Like no holds bar, ano yung pinaka-dream mo for it?
dream ko, syempre, number one, to have a hit song. Yun naman talaga yung dream, di ba? Um, I think there's nothing wrong dreaming to have a hit song naman because, di ba, if you want to share your music, one way to share it is malaman ng lahat yung kanta mo. Makilala ng lahat, makanta ng lahat. And then, of course, dream ko rin na, although with General Luna, I've been performing with great bands na, like Rico Blanco, Bamboo, syempre, kahit nakagawa ko na yon, but on my own band, Karen Tevany, it's a dream na makapag-perform ako as Karen Tevany with, you know, the amazing bands that we have right now, like Four of Spades, yung mga kilalang bands. Because, syempre, iba yun Karen Tevany sa General Luna. Na-experience ko na siya, but not as to my personal level na ito talaga yung gusto ko.
Pero mas masaya ka musically since you have creative freedom sa lahat ng...
Oo naman. Yung happiness ko with General Luna is very different with this one.
Could you tell us more about that? Like, what is the difference between those both?
Siguro kasi ito, mas personal because my bandmates would also say something about my plans, pero it's more of, I'm the one who has the say on things. So, ang saya lang ng feeling na sinusuportahan ka nila. With General Luna, ganun din naman. Pero syempre, 5 kami, plus may management. So, there's like 6 minds or 6 brains thinking of what to do, how it should work. So, there's like merong kailangang should, must. Di ba? Ganun.
Now, wala nang should and must.
Wala, oo. But it's your, na lang yun, parang call if ito ba yung gusto mong image, di ba? Nasa sa'yo na yan. And you can change it anytime.
So, how is collaborating with your, paano mo sila ini-instruct, yung mga kabanda mo right now sa Karen Tevany?
Simple lang sila kausap. Pag may kanta ako na produce ng producer, bigay ka na, aralin nyo yan, gano'n. And then, syempre, may suggestions din naman sila. Pero, so far, gusto rin na, yun yung maganda. Parang, gusto rin nila kasi, yung music and yung nangyayari. And pag may hindi naman, sasabihin nila, parang, Karen, parang, eto, wag natin gawin. Gawin natin ganito. Tinatanggap ko naman yung suggestion nila.
Like, could you give us an example of that sa studio? Naalala mo ba?
Kasi bihira ko sila makasama sa studio kasi sometimes, with Karen Tevany, when I record, it's just a producer. Tapos, ang madalas kong katunggali, si James. Kasi siya yung kasama ko eh. So, parang siya yung, babe, parang hindi yata bagay yan. Parang, wag na lang yan. Ganon.
Okay, siya yung parang right hand.
Yeah, oo.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yung partner mo
Syempre,
talaga.
siya yung kasama ko. Wala siyang choice. So, ako sa recording.
So right now, kay Karen Tevany, what can we expect more out of it?
More songs, syempre, definitely more songs. Back to my roots. Back to what I love to do. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to, because this is also a long time dream na hindi ko pa nagawa, to release a guitar instrumental.
Wow. Could you tell us more about, is that like a project na,
Yeah, a project with Karen Tevany. Parang, gusto kong gumawa ng parang EP na guitar instrumental.
I love that.
Kasi challenging din to tell a story with just your guitar solos, diba?
Oh, so could you tell us more about that process na, kasi ang perfect ng pagkasabi mo eh, when I asked you like what's next, you gave me that project and you said it was going back to your roots.
Yeah.
So with that project, what kind of roots will we see?
Siguro lahat ng mga guitar solos na hindi ko nalagay sa songs.
Kala mo? Pigilan mo ako sa pag-guitar solo?
Kala mo, porket i-play sa radyo to, di ko nagagawin, ha? Pero yun, yung mga bagay na, kasi syempre yung mga songs ng Karen Tevany, I wanted also, kahit rock siya, kahit guitar-oriented, ma-play sa radio. Or, may magustuhan ng, kasi hindi naman talaga, I think, guitar instrumentals are not for everyone, diba? Many of us are still vocally oriented. Gusto niyo boses, diba? So, ayun, parang I have to, kailangan ko rin gumawa ng adjustments with my songs. Willing naman ako mag-adjust. I mean, I have the freedom to decide, pero naiintindihan ko rin naman, if I wanted to have more reach, then I need to parang work out with my songs then. Baga, madali naman ako kausap. Hindi na ako as purist as before.
Ano ibig sabihin? Ano yung purist na yan? No,
Purist?
what is that?
Ano ba yung mga bata? Joke!
Hindi, parang gets ko naman. Pero in your words, what was purist to you?
Purist is parang yun lang yung gusto mo. Feeling mo pag nag-go beyond ka doon or nag-iba ka ng direction is, parang ganun. Parang not you na. Or, yeah, basically parang hindi na ikaw. Pero, yun nga, as I grow old, sabihin natin, as I mature, and syempre, itong journey na to, it helped me a lot to understand my craft and understand what music is all about.
What is music all about?
It's everything, walang limitations. You don't have to set a specification kung anong ginagawa mo. And whatever you do, it's still art. So,
Love that. Okay, so I have a signature question for all of my guests, which is, what are you still a student of?
storytelling.
Tell us more about that. What facet of storytelling yung gusto mo pang i-explore?
Madami pa kasi like right now, yes, I can write a song, I can tell a story on my own, of my own experience, of others' experience. Pero ang mahirap kasi yung how you compose the whole story for everyone to understand. Di ba minsan as an artist, minsan okay lang na ikaw yung nakakaintindi. Pero kung gusto mo siyang ma-share sa ibang tao, you have to find the middle ground where pag shinare mo siya, maintindihan siya as simple as they can. Diba? Para sa lahat. So, yun.
Do you have any stories in mind na favorite mo? Books, could be songs, could be any art form?
In horror.
Pwede horror movies tayo.
Horror stories.
Oo.
Madami Pero, wala na, sa ngayon wala akong maisip. Oo na. On top of my mind, wala. Pero, madami. Pero horror. Horror.
Horror lumalabas.
Oo, horror.
Kasi ang ganda.
Love horror.
Ano mga love horror ba?
Diba? Love horror.
Oh, mga warm bodies ba yan?
Oo.
Diba?
Diba?
Biglang nabuhay yung, biglang naging tao yung zombie. Hindi naman ganun yung zombie movie eh.
Diba? Uy, gusto ko yun, warm bodies. So.
Bakit mo siya gusto?
Gusto ko kasi yung nakakatakot but at the same time nakakakilig. I still remembered nung napanood ko siya, I was single. I was single that time. Babe, single pa ako. Kasi nag-tweet ako. Sana makahanap ako ng parang warm body guy.
Oh!
Oo, tinweet ko yun. Oo. Naging single kasi ako nun for a short time. Tapos yun, tinweet ko yun. So, parang nakakagiling na zombie pero love ka. Tapos, di ba, okay siya.
Zombie pero
O, di ba, okay na story yun.
Okay na story yun. Dun sa storytelling mo, what are you trying to explore pa? Parang, are you trying to explore writing songs about love?
Siguro, I'm trying to explore the simplest way of parang sharing the messages of my songs. Kasi para sa akin, ang hirap maging simple. Not to say na madali na lang sa akin maging complicated, pero sobrang hirap maging simple. Kaya ang hirap gumawa ng hit song eh. 'Di ba? Kasi talagang sambahan yan kung ano yung makaka-resonate sa mga listeners. So, for me, yun yung gusto ko explore, yun how to make things and write things the simplest way you can where people can understand.
Is there any topic like you want to, are you focusing on?
Siguro yung mga, more of positive na ako ngayon. Syempre may mga ano pa rin, heartbreaks, pero hindi na siya heartbreaks with revenge. So more of moving on, with my current single, Space and Time.
Oh my gosh. Wait lang, before, Space and Time, we didn't cover that pa. Tell us more about that song.
Yeah, that song was when I had my moment where nagpahinga ako from gigs and writing songs. Pero saglit lang yon. Parang na-realize ko na, kasi parang last year, 2 years, last year and last year, 2024, 2025, parang go ako, parang content, videos, writing songs, producing, target ko ganto ganto. And then parang na-dismay ako kasi feeling ko walang nangyayari. So I had to take a break. So since marami akong pets, so nag-enjoy muna ako mga staycations, sumalabas kami, bring the dogs at the beach, play with the cats and all sa bahay. And then na-realize ko na you just have to take time and have a little space. Then may isip mo na kailangan mo na mag-relax. Parang just go back to who you were. Balik ka dun sa chill ka lang. Diba? Naging masyado kang parang chill ka lang. Kung mangyayari, mangyayari. Kung hindi, hindi. Kung may lalapit, lalapit. Kung wala, wala. Ganun.
I think as artists, parang yun yung talagang struggles natin of trying to reach some kind of destination.
Yeah.
For me kasi, like, there is no such thing. Ewan ko tell me if I'm wrong or not. When you're at the peak, like, kunyari, fame, when you're at the peak, are you really that happy?
Siyempre, hindi. Hindi all the time.
So, if you're not at the peak and you're not happy, and you are at the peak and you're still not happy, parang it means may gusto ka pang hunger.
Yeah.
May hunger ka pa na tinatry mong i-fill yung void na yun, which will never be filled until you see yourself as worthy.
True. I agree with that. And I'm not being, but I'm just gonna be honest. You know, what helped me a lot also with my journey and realizing things to take it easy and just be happy for what you have is when I started going to the church.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about your Christian faith. Kasi,
Ah.
feeling ko kaya pa, for sure marami tong matatouch. I have a friend who's really into her faith, devotion niya kay God, and she wasn't always like that. So could you tell us more about like your testimony about it?
Yeah, because it started when my mom died 2020. So, right before my mom died, ang dami kong pangarap talaga sa music. Like, I can say, I want to do business with music. I really want to be there, go back like General Luna. But after my mom died, I realized there's more to it. And, you know, being an artist is not only proven by just doing gigs or performances or being famous, but sa sarili mo, di ba? Your art is your own eh. You own it. And walang makakaagaw nun sa'yo. So, you don't have to prove anything else. Because I started going to church, and then, yun nga, parang, it was Nicole who actually encouraged me to go to church. So, I started going to church, and then I started learning a lot, di ba? Bea also started going to church then. So, I encouraged her. Nag-ano kami, D-group kami. Then from there, nakita ko, let's say, hindi fully pa. I'm not perfect, you know. I'm still on the process of learning. Pero, I think, I saw a lot of reasons parang to be happy.
And what is something that really makes you happy now?
Ang dami eh. Family, syempre, friends, my fur babies.
Of course.
Dami nila. And music. Syempre, music ko pa rin, di mawawala. But basically, what makes me happy is my life now, yun. Kung ano yung nangyayari, masaya ako.
So parang your faith has also influenced how you make music now.
Yes, definitely. Kaya, nagkaroon din ako ng transition with my songwriting. So, okay pa rin naman na gumawa ng mga hurtful songs, painful songs, but I try to shift it in a more positive approach.
Love it. Sobrang parang nag full circle yung ano mo, no? Yung journey mo. Kasi from someone being a purist, to someone going to General Luna, to someone going na solo,
Yeah.
grinding, making it all happen, finding your faith, and then now trying to write about the positive side of living. Ba talaga?
Parang ano siya, up, down, tapos bigla steady. Ito yung best yung steady. Kasi, wala, nothing to lose kay. Whatever happens, you're happy eh. Kung di mangyari, happy ka pa rin. Pag mangyari, happy ka pa rin.
I never want to like equate my happiness to something I can gain in the future. Kasi ang hirap nun eh, di ba?
Pag nawala yun.
Oh. Simple lang, simplify.
Yes.
Diba?
Word of the day, simple lang.
Simple lang.
Simple lang natin.
Okay. Could you, before we wrap things up, could you tell our audience what can we expect next? Any project releases?
Yeah, this year I'm looking forward to starting my guitar instrumental EP. And then my dream is to really work on an album. Parang gawin ko siya sa isang album. But no rush, syempre. Unti-unti ko yung release. Ang tawag doon yung parang broken releases siya.
Parang waterfall.
Waterfall release.
Yan.
Tapos, yan. Yun.
Any dream collaborations? Any
With you?
collaborations? Wala. Kinilig. Girl.
Mm? Diba? Oh.
I mean, aside from me, sana you consider me.
Of
Let's do
course.
it. Any other more
Other.
collaborations na?
Dream collaboration siguro, I would love to work with Janine Berdin.
Oh my gosh, I love some
Kasi feeling ko ang daming mga life lessons at her young age.
Gusto ko yung way of writing niya na simple lang.
Yes. Tapos medyo unpredictable saan papunta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, may unpredictability nga yung songs niya. Tapos ang ganda ng ano niya, ang ganda ng boses niya.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then another dream collab kasi minsan na-imagine ko yung mga sumasayaw dyan habang nagigitara ako. Vini. Oh, or SB90, di ba? Para habang nagigitara sila, may mga sumasayaw dyan. May mga sumasayaw na magaganda dyan sa nagigitara.
Dream gigs or mga gigs na you hope to play in the future?
Syempre mga festivals. In reality, as Karen Tiffany, I really haven't played on big festivals yet. Or big shows sa mall with, big bands. So I haven't really done that yet. As Karen Tiffany. So it would be nice.
And syempre, i-pray natin yan for the future.
Yes.
Of course. Siguro my last words before we end is that if you love the art, hindi ka napapagod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True yan.
Every step of the way, you will always find something new to learn about. Sinasabi nilang may limitations ka eh. Pero it's only a limitation if you decide na hanggang dun ka na lang.
Mhm.
And it's always taking and pushing yourself one step further to really see the potential of who you are as an artist and just being able to share that with people. Kasi maraming nag-quit and you know why they quit and it's okay for them to quit. Wala namang masama dun.
Mhm.
But you also know why you're being resilient, why you're trying to still push for your dreams. And yun talaga rin yung goal ko in this podcast is to really share stories that will help you as an artist or yung viewer as an artist or whatever by just sharing your story. So thank you so
Agree,
much.
of course.
Thank you so
And
much.
it's a pleasure for you to have me here. Tama ba? For having me here.
Yes, guys. Until next time, see you at the pond. Bye-bye.